Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and I'm just tuning in for the Oblivion Remastered reveal. It's a minute and a half away, and I figured I would do this. I'm a huge fan of Skyrim. I never played Oblivion. I know, atrocious, right? Huge fan of Skyrim, and I figured, why not have a look at this alongside all of you guys. Obviously, I'm not streaming it because there's not enough of you. But I figured I'll sort of commentate on this as we're going through. It might get flagged for the audio and whatever, but it is what it is. Just a bit of fun at the end of the day. It's a bit of fan enjoyment. So Bethesda, if you're watching this, please don't give me a copyright or anything. You know, literally here as a fan, trying to enjoy what you're going to reveal. So yeah, I never played Oblivion, and I'm hoping this will be like a bit of a stopgap between, you know, from now until Elder Scrolls 6. Couldn't get into Starfield, sadly, so I am looking for something to fill that gap. Few games have come and gone, haven't they? Very recently, open world games. We'll see what happens here in this one, I think. I'm looking forward to it. Another 20 seconds or so, and we'll see what the crack is with this game. Hopefully it's something interesting indeed. Remember people, an old friend of mine used to gush about Oblivion more than Skyrim, and considering how much I enjoyed Skyrim, he found it quite a bit atrocious that I never played Oblivion. But let's see what happens. Here we go. Alright, Bethesda Game Studios. Virtuous? I'm guessing that's who's been in charge of the remaster itself. Nice. See, this is just some sort of reveal trailer, isn't it? Very crisp though. I'm assuming we can expect crisp visuals.
Take with you my blessings and the hope of the Empire.
Very nice.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Yeah, remastered. Date? Today? Now?
Here we are, 20 years later.
It's Todd Howard. Everyone's been expecting a shadow drop, and they thought it was coming yesterday.
Scrolls, to us it goes beyond game franchise.
Yeah, it's the DNA of Bethesda Game Studios.
Obviously, we're
So
working
people have been telling
on
me.
the 6th chapter here, but what's great about the Elder Scrolls is being able to look back at all of the chapters. Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, Daggerfall, Arena, each of them try to define role-playing games and open-world games for their generation.
Very true.
Games
Skyrim
got so connected
Skyrim
with the
definitely
worlds we've made and these stories we're
defined
telling.
role-playing games for me. I spent so many
Oblivion
thousands of
was
hours in that game. It's
a
unreal.
defining moment in the series and for how we make games as a studio. I think when it comes to a remaster, we want people to feel the way they did then, but it's still a game of its time. You want to keep those bones in place. You want some of that old charm.
Yeah.
Coming back to Oblivion now with this tremendous visual update is absolutely amazing. It's the world I remember, but better.
There's so much there.
Just visual update
for the Elder Scrolls world, and also this evolution of our games, I think is really, really important for people to take a look back at.
Looking back
Yep.
and seeing everything we've accomplished in the past 20 years and working with these people, like, it's really special.
Yeah, there are still quite a few people that I've worked with for that long, and it sort of gave me the warm fuzzies.
Oh my god, it's been 20 years? I think the thing that gets me the most is the music.
It's the
Like, when you hear
gap
that
between
music
Oblivion
in
and
the
to
main
Skyrim,
menu, there's just
from
like-
Skyrim until now, or whenever Elder Scrolls
There's
6 is
this,
going
like,
to land. It's
flood of
something
nostalgia.
else. Development time has gone
Oblivion
through the roof, hasn't it?
is the beginning of who I am. as an individual, as a game developer, it all starts with it. I don't even think it took me till release to realize how big this was.
People loved it. Like, they loved it.
Yep, certainly did.
Such a key moment.
Again, I kind of feel like a bit of a criminal that I never played it.
Evolution of how we build these worlds, and
As it
having
is.
players be able to come
Very
back and
strange.
experience that is
Really
really
probably
amazing.
should have played it. But that's
Yeah,
what this is
really
Remastered's
special
for, and that's what I'm
moment
hoping it's
coming out
for.
in the
That
world
it sort of
first time, what that meant to this game.
draws me in the
Every
way
time we think about
Skyrim did.
Oblivion, it's, what if
I'm
we could
experiencing
give
it
that
fresh,
moment to
so obviously I'm not going to
everybody?
experience it with all the pitfalls and the charms of it being an older game.
87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled as Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
Interesting.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Looks very nice.
Whether you're reliving these moments or experiencing them, for
I know a
the
lot of
first
people said
time,
that the colour's
the
been
world of
saturated.
Oblivion Remastered
I can't really comment on that
immediately
because, like I said, I've never
feels
played
incredible.
Oblivion. Not.
When we decided to remaster Oblivion, we were really picky about finding the right partner. From the very beginning of this project, we had one rule. We weren't going to do this if we weren't going to be able to do it right. Our partners at Virtuous
Good.
went above
There's
and
been quite a
beyond to
few
bring our vision
remastered
to
games
life.
have come out
The
quite
care
recently.
and love they've poured into the Oblivion remaster has been absolutely
Those two
breathtaking.
Star Wars games.
Welcome to
being a
Paris.
prime
and
example
welcome to
that were
Virtuous.
just utterly
Our
dreadful.
team here has been hard at work delivering the best remastered Oblivion experience possible. We've worked with Bethesda Game Studios on other projects in the past, so we know what makes that team and their games special.
Nice.
We wanted to make the remaster more friendly to gamers with modern hardware. This is Oblivion in its most complete form.
About time someone got here. Huzzah!
Nice.
Those familiar with only some Elder Scrolls lore will now be able to experience the events that set the stage for Skyrim. You embark on an epic journey to stop the Mythic Dawn cult.
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
From unleashing the Daedric Prince of Destruction.
What was the
Okay,
Oblivion
that's another
crisis?
reason why I should have really played this.
What happened to the previous Emperor of Cyrodiil? Why are there only 8 divines instead of 9? In addition to the core game, the remaster contains all add-ons, including story expansions, Shivering Isles, and Knights of the Nine, so you get the full experience.
Good. That would have been
On a
atrocious
personal
if we
level,
had to
it
go
was
back
really
and buy
important
every,
to me to ensure
every
that we're
expansion
preserving
they've
the
done on top
magic
of it.
the original experience. At the end of the day, we're all fans too.
This is a dream project for me, right? I mean, I'm a fan. I have been
Well,
always
the thing
a
is,
fan.
if this is dropping on Game Pass, then that's an absolute,
10,000 hours.
absolute chuffing bargain, isn't it? If
If
this is on Game Pass,
one
then
of the games that made me want to be a game
you'd be
developer.
a fool not
Best
to
way to
give it a
describe
go,
would
really,
be
wouldn't
to
you?
call it a love letter.
You will find your own path, but there will be blood and death before the end.
Interested? See, I am observing this completely from an unknown eye. So all of this, if you're an old fan, an old player of Oblivion, you will understand all of this.
The technology we used
For me
to
coming
create
in,
the
this is
original
completely
was cutting
new.
edge at the time, but tools have come a long way since then.
Interesting. I'm not sure about that character model, and it kind
The
of
original Oblivion is still
verged
the
into a
heart
bit
and soul of the
cartoony,
remaster.
maybe. I don't
We
know.
use
I'm
Unreal Engine 5 to help achieve all our visual goals.
It's
We
using the
think of
Unreal
Oblivion
Engine.
game engine as the brain and Unreal 5 as the body. The brain drives all the world logic and gameplay, and the body brings to life the experience that players have loved for almost.
So it's not
30
using
years.
Bethesda's engine, which I
That's
find
not
quite
just
interesting
about pure
there.
fidelity. We knew we had to preserve the distinct style, making it as uniquely Oblivion as possible.
The brush opens a portal into the painting. You're stuck here like I am.
Bethesda are open to moving away from their engine, perhaps?
Place. Good for a visit. Or eternity.
We've leveraged nearly every major feature from the latest version of Unreal 5.
Our goal was to push the visuals to the next level using the latest technologies. We created brand
All
new,
about
highly detailed
technology.
character models and
Nice.
stunning landscapes that use millions of polygons in each asset, allowing us a truly impressive
I think
level
it
of
does look
detail in
really
the world.
good. This, I think it
Everything
does
the
look
asset in this
very,
game was
very
completely
good.
redesigned
It's
and
really
handcrafted from
interesting.
scratch. We
And I hope
implemented an
for
advanced
all the
real-time
players
lighting
that whatever
system
charm
that
this
accurately
game had for
simulates
them
how
is
light interacts
maintained
with the
even
environment.
with the
This
visual
results
updates,
in more realistic lighting and
the
atmospheric
fidelity
effects.
updates, the realistic
While the
lighting.
original game had limited dynamic shadows, now the entire world reacts naturally to light.
Interesting.
We used an incredible
The
new
modern
mix of
lighting
technology
techniques
that
and
really enhanced performance in our
it's just
characters.
beyond me. I'm an old man at this point. So as soon as you put a shadow in a game, I'm there. you put quality shadows in a game and you've got me. You've literally bought me already.
Allowing us to share the model, rig, and textures. As a result, all races, including Argonians, Orcs, and Khajiits, are built on the same base mesh, making the lip sync system more
Ooh.
effective even when the characters have very different facial features.
Welcome to the guild.
Interesting. The lip syncing looks better on the creatures than it did the actual human being there, but we'll have to see more, I'm sure.
Insects flying around, fish swimming in the water, light filtering through the leaves. Thanks
See,
to
look at
these
that lighting,
technological
lighting and
advances,
shadow, lighting and
we feel
shadow.
even more immersed in
Even
this
there, look.
living, breathing
Oh,
world.
I'm a sucker
Really
for good
believe
lighting and
that you're in
shadow.
Cyrodiil.
I believe you can handle
I can do without a lot of other stuff, but if you put that level of detail in, you've got me.
chamber of the high thing.
Classic skeletons. Very good.
It's not just the visuals that are modernized in the remaster. It's
There you go.
gameplay.
I suppose this would be the big
It's
one, wouldn't it?
UI and UX. It's audio. We've updated features and systems across the board.
We've changed
Good.
language to
So it's
level,
not just a visual
which
update,
I
there's
think will make a
other
lot of people happy. It's inspired by the leveling systems of both
combat and
Oblivion
other
and
depth to
Skyrim,
it as well.
so it's
Very
the best of
good.
both worlds. We were able to fully recreate the character models, creating a physicality that feels more human.
The only thing I
Places
will
like
say
combat
is that
animations, there's a lot more separation between
there's
the upper
still a
and
lot
lower
of
body, and all the animations have more flourish.
concerns, I suppose, Bethesda-related concerns.
Combat in the original Oblivion didn't have sound effects, visual effects,
okay.
or hit reactions.
We'll just
Now
have
you'll
to
get
see what
blood
happens, really. Like, what was that guy
sparks,
doing then?
and controller
Nowhere
feedback.
near.
I know it's a little thing, but little things
Just one of
add
them,
up to
isn't
make
it?
the combat more modern and engaging.
There's a proper third-person perspective now. The original had third-person, but there was no crosshair, and we felt the experience could be modernized. One of our goals was to have a third-person view that compared to Starfield in terms of playability. Now, the third-person perspective has all the same control you get from the first-person view.
You have my
Interesting.
When Oblivion first launched,
Greetings. How goes it? How are you?
disk storage limits meant we couldn't have unique voiceovers for all the races. So
Brilliant.
we've gone back and recorded new lines of dialogue. Each race represented in the game now sounds unique.
Can't stand the sight of
That's a
those
nice
people.
touch, I suppose.
We also made sure to keep in all of the quirkier dialogue.
I really like the way they say hello. Sometimes it's so random and then they just, hi there.
Hi there.
But it's like so nice and creepy at the same time.
Stop! You violated the law. Stop! You violated the law.
Stop, criminal scum.
Stop right there, criminal scum.
Cheese for everyone.
Cheese for everyone.
So those are some like the quirky moments you get in like
one of
Skyrim
the
as well,
Elder
which just
Scrolls from the Imperial Palace.
just adds a
You
bit
need
of
to
flavour,
find
doesn't
the
it?
reading room. The blind priests will deliver a scroll to you there. Do not speak to the priests.
Interesting.
Blindfolded. I've chosen you because you are the best. Good luck.
Stop! You violated the law. Your stolen goods are now forfeit. Then pay with your blood.
Oh dear.
As games have developed over
Very
the
good.
past 20 years, players have come to expect a certain suite of tools and controls.
Like sprinting. Sprinting is an interesting one because it was such a big debate internally among our teams. Some of us were absolute purists, but ultimately, we decided it's 2025 and people are going to want to sprint. In fact, all of the character locomotion has been completely redone from scratch, and that has a huge impact from the very beginning of the game.
Every single
It
updated
depends really,
or
doesn't
new
it, in
feature
terms of
was
sprinting.
implemented with the player in mind. It all
You
comes
have a
down
reason to
what
sprint
makes
past
Oblivion,
everything.
Oblivion. What are those features that just immediately come to mind for players when they think of the game?
The mini games are the mini games.
Well, we still have the
They're
classic
so iconic
Bethesda
and
ragdolling though of people.
like lockpicking. You can put a fresh coat of paint on it, but you can't change it too much because it's part of the core experience.
Whether you're returning to Cyrodiil or you're a
So
newcomer,
lockpicking staying the same. There was I think there was I saw a debate. Doran Fan. Oh god, the Doran Fan.
it just feels better.
Bloody
We've modernized a lot,
Starfield.
but it's
Jesus.
still the same incredible
Can't
adventure
remember what I did with
and the
him.
same carefully handcrafted world.
Well, it's about time. Do you know how long we've been
Yeah, I think there was a debate around the lockpicking, whether they would keep it as the original and refresh it, or whether they would go for
Oblivion is a core part
the
of
Skyrim
story
lockpicking
of
route.
Bethesda Game Studios.
Well,
None of
it
what
appears
we're
they've stayed as it
surrounded by
was.
right now would be here if we hadn't made that game and if it hadn't been the success that it was. The effort that we put into it, the sort of the love that went into it, I think that comes across on the screen.
To have worked on something that people care enough where
Yeah.
you're in a position where you can remaster it, it's a privilege. And now to help introduce
It certainly
this
seems
game
like
to a
Oblivion's
new
more
generation
revered
of
than
players,
Skyrim was,
feel
especially
so lucky.
internally. I think
I really
Skyrim
think
was
that
the
people, when they jump back into the remaster,
was a
they're
hit.
going to be shocked at
It just
how
got
good
everybody at the
game was.
right time.
Oblivion gates look absolutely incredible, and I think they're just going to find themselves lost in the world.
Even if it's just the
That's the
music,
hope.
for example, just walking around for half an hour in the world, you feel something, and that's precious.
You're going back to a world that you've
Again,
been
that's
to
everything I
before,
got with Skyrim.
but
Just
it's better
milling
somehow.
about in the
Like, it's an
world,
intangible
off
thing,
exploring
but it's
random
like-
places, finding
it's
random
new, it's
things.
fun, like, it's
I
exciting
don't think I've had a game since
But it's
then when I've,
ultimately the same
I've
game.
had that same
There was a lot
experience.
of respect
I didn't have
for
that with
what
Starfield
was
at
before,
all.
and I think the
Really
fans
didn't
will appreciate
have that experience, which
From all of us
bothered
at
me.
Bethesda Game Studios,
And virtuous.
we want to thank you for joining us today. Oblivion has a very special place in my heart, and being able to work on this remaster and bring it to a new generation of players has been an
Suppose
incredible
I factor into that new generation of players as well,
We were
because
too
I've never
excited
played
to
it.
get it in your hands and didn't want to just show it off to you and then make you have to wait. The best part of my job is that I get to be the one to announce that the Oblivion remaster will be available
Now,
today.
there we go. Superb. Of course, they're going to release it today.
I was born 87 years ago. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
My neighbours just collapsed next door.
This is the 27th
I'll go check on him in a minute.
seed.
If you heard that, there was a very loud crash.
433. These are the closing days of the Third Era. And the final hours
Lighting and shadow.
of my life.
Just give me good lighting and shadow and decent story, and I'm yours.
I have seen the gates of Oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see.
Cool.
This is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come. cleansing draws nigh. Who now will save us from the coming darkness?
I like the variation of beasts. Yeah. Looks like a lot of fun. Horse armor. Zombies. Zombies in Skyrim.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Nice. Well, there we go. It's announced, it's coming out today. Brilliant. So, by the time you've probably watched this, you'll have already got it. Game Pass, there we go. On Game Pass as well. Magic, that's all we need. Stay tuned for a special gameplay stream. Well, I'll leave it there, I think, with that. We'll not watch the gameplay stream. I'm going to go and prep the Xbox for a big-ass download. I think it's like 120 gigs I read was what it would be. So I'm going to quickly pump this video out and then disappear to go and play. As and when it drops, I'm assuming it's going to be within the next couple of hours. It's 4:20 here in the UK, so usually Xbox sort of updates and uploads things around about 5-6 PM, so we'll see whether that's the case. Yeah, all I'll say is thank you very much for watching. As a person that's never played Oblivion, I'm pretty excited to give this a go, given how much I played Skyrim. I played well over a couple of thousand hours in that game across the multiple releases they brought out. So yeah, well, I guess I'll see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It's a bit of a different video to what I usually do, I suppose. I was just intrigued to look at and share what they announced. So yeah, there we go. I will end this video here, but thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Stay tuned. There are a couple of reviews dropping alongside this. I was mid review creation, as you were, mid editing for a review for Sinners, starring Michael B. Jordan and directed by Ryan Coogler, so that review will be dropping very soon as well. If not up already by the time you get around to seeing this. Well, thank you very much. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.